All right. So, good evening, guys. My name is Solon. I am your host tonight. And well, it was a pleasure to be here talking to you. Let me just admit one more person. And well, especially tonight, we are going to talk about men and women. So, it's nice that there are women here. So, I think the conversation is going to be nice. But I think I spoke too much. I'd like to get to know you guys, and after that, I'm going to explain how it's going to work. All right. So please, Heather, say your name. Where are you from? And I don't know, one curiosity about yourself. Go ahead, man, please.
The answer about me. Okay. So, people, I'm Eder and I'm 35. Um, I am married. I have three daughters. I live in Belo Horizonte. I work with cybersecurity. I'm a cybersecurity manager. And I work in a company named Grupo Casas Bahia. So, a curiosity about me, I like old cars. I think it's a different thinking, and it's not normally, but I think I am. I live here in the earth, so I think I have this possibility. So I like old cars, so I love to go to the old car events. And the weekend, I like to stay with my daughters and my friends, seeing old cars, drinking a beer, mostly in the morning time. We
Right.
we wake up early and we start in the old cars meeting. Oh, yeah, and we drink beer and we talk about part of parts, how to fix old cars, and how
Oh,
to.
this is really interesting. This is really interesting, especially because we have a lot of events about old cars and stuff like that. We will have a few questions related to hobbies, so it's good you brought this topic. All right, so welcome, Heather. Let's hear from Swellen. What about you, Swellen? Say where are you from, your name, and one curiosity about yourself.
Um, my name is Wally. I'm 28 years old. I live in a small city near Rio de Janeiro state. I have a degree in human resource and attend post-graduation degree in organizational psychology. And one curiosity about me.
Yes.
I love to learn new things, learn a new language. I learn French and Spanish, beside English, and French is my challenge. It's very difficult for me. That's it.
Okay, nice. Welcome, welcome. And other curiosity about Swellen, she's a hostess here on
Yeah.
TNT, so that's nice. Okay, welcome, Swellen. Let's hear from you, Renan. Please, my friend, introduce yourself, your name, where are you from, and one curiosity.
So my name is Renan. I'm 34 years old. I live in Mogi das Cruzes, São Paulo. I am a software developer and I use it to make beer before the
Oh,
pandemic.
this is a great curiosity.
And I think about get back to making beer.
Okay, nice. This is really nice, Renan. This is a great curiosity. Keep that. We're going to get back talking about it soon. It's so nice to hear that. Thank you so much. Let's hear from you, Kleber. What about you, man? Tell me your name, where are you from? One curiosity. Go ahead.
Nice, good night, guys. I'm clever. I have 34 years old. I live in Rio de Janeiro. I'm a science. I'm a teacher of science, professor in high school. Um, I don't know. I like so many things. Read books, watch movies a lot, and like hiking, and go to nature, um, see waterfalls, go to the beach. I like. That's all.
He says it like was so casual, you know. I like hiking. I go to the waterfalls, and yeah, that's it, guys. That's my life. So nice, clever. Nice to hear that. And last but not least, we have Fabiola. Go ahead, girl. Your name, where are you from, and one curiosity.
Good evening, guys. My name is Fabiola. I am 26 years old. I am animal scientist. I work in an industry to animal food. I live in Tocantins. I am here on TNT since 2021, I think. A curiosity about me. Let me see. I like to play Rubik's, I don't know, cube, you know?
Ah, Rupert's Cube. Like,
Yeah.
yo, this is nice. Are you good?
I think I'm fast.
Hey, how fast is fast? Is like less than 1 minute?
In the past, yes, but nowadays, no.
Okay, nice. You know what is this game? You know, don't you guys? It's like a cube, like all colorful, and you need to like sort the colors in the correct way. Very nice, Fabiola. From Tocantinópolis, nice. And guys, I think we got time, and everybody that was scheduled got in. So I'm going to introduce CNT, how it works, and after that we're going straight to the questions. All right. So basically, TNT is a conversation platform for beginners, intermediate, and advanced English speakers. As you can see, guys, this is not a class, okay? This is just a place where you can practice English in a real environment. How does it work? We have questions, especially tonight, we're going to talk about the differences between men and women. And well, we're going to develop the conversation around these questions. Our philosophy here is speak up. So please open your mic, give your opinion, be respectful, but speak as much as you can, all right? As you can see, we are live on YouTube, and if you want to have access to more conversations like this or even classes, you just need to go to talkandtalk.com.br. Talkandtalk.com.br. Okay. So guys, I'm going to send the questions here on the chat. If you see the questions, just give me a thumbs up. Okay, thank you. So let's start with the first one. Let's start with you, Eder. I'd like to know, Eder, what is a typical man or woman? Tell me.
Oh,
I know it's hard.
It's a hard question because typical man or a typical woman.
Yes, if I tell you, man, what is a role model for you? I don't know. What is a typical man in your city? What would you tell me?
So I'm from a small city. My city has 80,000 people. So I think it's a very, very small city. And I think the concept of man and woman is different from here. Now I live in Belo Horizonte. It's a great city. It's a big city. So a typical man, it's a hard one.
I know it is. I know it is. Would you like to skip? We can go to the others and then come back to you, or you can answer right now.
Can you repeat?
Would you like to skip go to the other person, and then we come back to you, or you can answer right now?
Well, I think I don't understand the question because typical man or a typical woman, I think this concept is about the difference between a man and a woman. So
Yeah.
I think because I am from a small city, the difference more than here, the big city. A man, it's completely a hard man because they don't feel sick. They don't can feel sick. They don't can feel pain. And a typical woman in my city, it's uh, it's how can I say? But tipo, I think like a princess or I think
Or
it's a,
delicate, something like that.
I don't believe in this concept, but it's what you are. And I think this because I'm from a small city. I think man is it's the concept of man, and woman it's a different thing. But yeah, can you put the nest?
Okay, okay, nice. I'm curious, Wellen, what about you? What do you think?
Yeah, I think idealize, I think this word,
Yeah.
to a woman and a man, but for me, a woman, in my conception, in my opinion, I think he have be independent, maybe have a attitude. I don't know how to say that in English.
Understood? Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think put respect in your things. Like don't accept bad things. Like because I think a woman accepts a lot of things to don't put limit. In your desire or your wishes. So I think. Is that a woman that I idealize, and for men, I respect men because I think a lot of men is disrespectful, and I don't know. I think it's difficult to talk about it on YouTube because if you don't
Yes, it's
are
recorded.
on YouTube. I said a lot of things about men, but yeah, I think I idolize a man, a respectful man, good listener, because I think every woman like to talk, and so I think men uh, should be a good listener and have a communication because I think men don't like to communicate with the woman, so I think it's difficult. I think it does it.
Okay, nice. I'm curious, Renan, what about you, man? What is a typical man or woman?
I don't know exactly what is a typical man or a typical woman.
All right.
I don't know if it there, but what I can see some characteristics that more women have. Women, I think they are better to communicate, like Suelen said. Uh, they talk more, more in a good way. But and men, I think, uh, is more is more like uh, keen on doing physical stuff like that. But I think that's is only a characteristic. It can define, but I think that's is a strong characteristic that I can find in between men and women.
Okay, nice. We have two people that said that women talk a lot. So, okay, maybe that's true. Let's hear from Fabiola. What about you, girl? What do you think?
I don't believe that nowadays being a man or a woman has such well-defined characteristics. I don't know. Because what may be typical for me may not be typical for someone else. But I prefer but I prefer to say that heavy work should be typically for men so that we women can be calm about this type of work, like changing light bulbs and repairing things in our houses.
Okay, nice, nice. What about you, Clever? What do you think?
Um, I don't know how to answer very well without falling into stereotypes.
Okay, don't worry.
Because society is going through a major transition, especially at work and the relationships at home. So everyone changed all the time, and I don't know, me, women's in these days, woman is more independent, go to I don't know, work, university, broke the prison of I don't know the home, and men it's more possible for men stay I don't know in sensitive positions.
Yeah.
Be careful your children's I don't know make some stuff that in the past I don't know is more possible. So I think the society is a good time for refresh the typical man or woman because I think this is the best. So gender is uh, is changing. It's a spectrum. And the consider a typical man or woman in these days. I don't know. I don't know to answer very well.
I know it's hard, guys. It's just to break the ice, you know. So let's go to the second one to keep going. So let's start with you, Fabiola. Do you think that education is different from sons and daughters? I don't know. Do you have brothers?
Yes, I have brothers, but I don't have children. But I think the education is different. In my house, for example, it was different because my parents had the um, that this kind of thought, like you are a girl, you can't do it, and but your brothers can, and I hate this. I was a hard um, teenager because I wanted do everything that my brothers did too. But I think that it's different, um, especially because the men have more, I don't know how can I say privileges.
Privilege?
Yeah. And I think the boys are educated like segura sua cabra que meu bode tá solto, you know?
Yes, it's
And
hard.
yes, and I don't agree with this kind of um, uh, education. That's
All
it.
right. All right. Nice. Let's hear from you, Eder. What about you? You said you are from a small town. So I'm curious. Do you think it's different education between women and men?
Yeah, I think it's a different education from for sons and daughters. So the sons it's more free because uh, than daughters. But because I'm a new generation and I have 3 daughters, I think I think the difference there are difference, but now the difference as in another way because today I think the difference is for me my daughters I think they will be independent, so they will they will not depend for a man. So because of this, I try to expend more time in their education. So I had a plan in the type of education in each year of their lives. So now they are learning how to swimming. So I will learn to how to find. So they will learn how to play guitar or something about music. So after they will learn how to drive. So now my first little daughter is to learn how to drive. So he's 7, but I'm teaching her, and so because I think it's most important, they don't depend for a me.
Yes.
So hey, they can they can take hers they can take their life alone. Don't need a man. Don't need a man, and can can live alone both. But if they want to be with a man or take her family, and so it's because they want, not because they need.
Yes.
And I think my basic education is about this. I am educating daughters like son, but in this context like son. But I educate how they need a man to open the car doors. I educate uh, my education. It's about women. It's dedicated, but not depend of me.
Okay. Nice. Interesting. Interesting. Let's hear from you, Swellen. What do you think? Do you think the education is different?
Yeah, of course. Because like Fabiola said, I have two brothers, so I grew up with two brothers, and it was so terrible because my mother, I don't know how to say that in English. Passava a mão na cabeça dos meninos,
Yeah.
but for me it was terrible. And I have to do I don't know how to say that. I think tarefas de casa, like sweep the floor and clean the house, And my brother go to the street, play on the street and play video games. So for me, it's very bad. So since I was child, I don't accept the injustice, and I complain every time, and uh, don't accept these things. So every time I complain with my mother, with my father because I don't accept it. In these days, nowadays, I complain yet because I live together with my younger brother, and he doesn't do anything. So this is boring me. But I try not. I think I stopped to do the things,
Yeah.
for him because I don't accept it. So for him, I don't do. I do for my mother, for my father, but for him, I don't do because they can do he thinks. He can do he thinks. So that's it. But I agree with the question. I think is different because I think when we for girls when we grow up we learn about to be comportada,
Yes.
because for the man, like if, Fabiola said about the tipo de cabra, I don't know the expression, but I agree with this because we're so delicate and we don't play football and things like that because it's for men. But I like I think Eder said I don't remember. The things change, so I think it's important to say for your daughter, your son, be respectful. I think is the main point is be respectful for the other feelings, for the other desires. So I think respect is everything.
That's great. I'd like to hear from you, Clever. What do you think? Like, is your education different from, I don't know, do you have sisters or daughters?
Yeah, certainly. And I wish I had some of the support that my sister has. I have a sister. So I'm a man in my house. I have so heavy contractions because I'm a man. So I answer this question with the other question. Um, what have you had to do because you are a man? It's very heavy. And for a woman, I don't know what did you stop doing because you were a woman. So I think the answer is about these questions. It's very different. I saw the education with girls that there are more protection. I don't know. I it's a feeling, and the means go go. I don't know. With me, this is this. So I don't know. I think is very important to listen Eder because he has a father and the father the mothers there is a plan. It's a beautiful plan to education, but the society is crazy. So there are fights with family, society, school, relationships in, in, in their lives. So it's very interesting. Listen, mothers, fathers, to learn about this education. Is a it's continuous.
Yeah.
You know, today I'm a man, but I have to do my education because it's different. So it's very important. Keep going, listen and learn.
All right, nice, nice. I'd like to hear from you, Renan. What about you? Do you have, I don't know, daughters or sisters? Is the education different? Tell me.
Uh, I don't have brothers or sisters, but I have a 3-year-old daughter,
Right.
and I I I would like that it's not different. I would like that it is equal, but I know it's different. uh, I try not to limit my daughter in the things she want to do, or but I know that I already uh, listen from her that, oh, this thing is for boys. It's not for girls. And I know it's the society, like Swellen said. It's you can stop it. So it is different, but I think it's changing. It's getting more equal, but it is not there yet.
All right, nice. Interesting that you have a daughter so young, you know, and you are like you see that society influences a lot in the education of your kids, for example. So Really interesting this point, Hannah. So let's go to the next one. I'm going to start with you, Swellen. And do you think that nowadays we have behaviors that are appropriate for men but inappropriate for women and vice versa? Or you think that this is something from the past and nowadays it's just like, oh, whatever, do whatever you want?
Yeah, I think, like I said before, I think that the things changing are changing, but I think it's a long time to change it. So I think it's complicated, but some things is changed because don't happen like in 90 years. So I think like that have changed. I think women work and vote. I think this changed because it's good. Uh, I think this have it to happen, but I think that is appropriate for men, but inappropriate for women. I think it's like have a lot of date, you know. I think for men it's
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
but for the woman not. So I think it is it's inappropriate for a woman, but I don't agree because everyone do like he want to do, but some I think conservative person say it, but and the yeah, I think date is a good example for this. I don't think in more example, but I think yeah, I think that's it. But have a lot of things.
Okay, nice. But this example was just awesome, you know, because it's totally like you said. If a man has a lot of dates, it's like, oh, this man is so, I don't know, is so good and etc. But if it's a woman, you get like, come on, that woman, oh, everybody knows her, she dates everybody. So society is kind of crazy, you know. I'd like to hear from you, Clever. What do you think about this one?
Well, this is a good question. Um, um, I don't know. Mm, I think um they are appropriate and or inappropriate behaviors for women and men without there are so many things about this because uh, some factors uh, interfering like age,
Age,
like
yeah.
city when do you live, the culture. So I don't know, woman in Europe, a woman in Asia, uh, uh, is very different because the culture. So okay, in Brazil, in Rio de Janeiro, I think is very open.
Yeah.
I don't see appropriate or inappropriate behaviors. It's very different here because the culture is very uh, joy and good thing. I don't know, Swelling, what do you think? But in some space it's very open and in others is more closed because there are so many people conservadores, né? I don't know how can I say in English. That's all.
Okay, nice, nice. Interesting you said that it really depends on culture. So let's go from Rio de Janeiro to Tocantins, Fabiola. I'd like to hear from you.
I agree with swelling. I think the said about the expression to wait, to measures, you know.
Yeah.
So men can do it or woman can't. But I don't think have appropriate or inappropriate behavior for men or women. I think other people can need to be respectful with everyone, but I don't think that needs to have needs to be different, you know.
Yes.
For me, it's like the same thing, but you need to be respectful, independent of your gender.
Okay, good. What about you, Hannah? Let's suppose you also have a boy and like, oh, what is appropriate for my boy but it's not appropriate for my girl and vice versa. Tell me.
Mm, uh, I don't think I would put this kind of limits.
All right.
It's but as we are in the society, we can see the difference. And I would say another sample is drinking, getting drunk. If a man get drunk, it's like, oh, he's having fun, something like that. So if a woman get drunk, oh, that's not good. But I don't see something that is appropriate for one and inappropriate for other. I think if is a uh, I think it's more the people will what they want to do. If it's inappropriate, it will be inappropriate for anyone.
Okay, nice. You talked about drinking. That's really, really good. And I think that Swelling also shared her opinion here, talking about going out late. And I agree with you, Swelling, because a lot of people they go out late and etc. And if it's a man, okay, he's having fun. If it's a woman, it's like, come on, you need to get back home soon and etc. You know, so really crazy. I'd like to hear from Eder. You have two daughters, man. So tell me, are there any inappropriate things that they cannot do, or it's just, I don't know? Oh, I think I'm not listening to you. I don't know about you guys.
You know?
Yes, now we can hear you.
I was in mute. So I'm talking about behaviors are considered, but it's not because I consider, but are considered in general. I think it's inappropriate for me used to earring. I think it's the
Yes,
name of.
hearing. Yeah.
I think it's not appropriate to use long hair in the take pink uses pink too much. So I think it's a completely bullshit, but I think the most of people consider this inappropriate for me. So for a woman, I have an example here in my house because I have three daughters, and my first daughter has how I said is my first daughter is 7, and I like too much to drive a kart, and once a month I drive kart with my friends or alone. It doesn't matter, but I drive kart. So my daughter, it was a she was so excited to complete 7 years old to get 7 years old, but because now she can start to drive a car. So she got 7 years old in the last month. Now she can drive a cart, and she's so anxious to drive a car. Yeah, I think it's considered inappropriate to a woman because so as you permit she drive a car, so it's completely activity from men. Oh, it's very strange, but I think it's inappropriate. But in the next week, me and and her will be in the cart, and it will be her first time, and for me it's completely normal. But the most of people consider, I think, consider it's inappropriate for a woman.
All right, all right. This is really nice, you know, man, because you're taking her to a cart, and I don't know, just awesome. I think you are a good father. I don't know. At least it seems like fun, you know. But
Yeah,
Fabiola, yes, but Fabiola brought an interesting topic here because when women go out and leave the children at home or with somebody, it's like things get crazy and a lot of people talk about. But when it's a man, a father, you know, it's just, oh, okay, go out. I'll stay with the kids, you know. So, yeah, good point, Fabiola. Good point. So let's go to the next one. I'm going to start with you, Fabiola. So everybody here is from Brazil, but in general, there where you live, are doctors female or male? Like there where you live? No.
I think the here have in the same proportion.
In
Here
proportion.
in my city, yeah.
All
But
right.
I don't know other cities, you know.
Yeah.
But about let me see, what's the question?
It's question number 4.
Okay, but nurses, I know more women.
Yes. Do you have an idea why this happens, or you think like nurse is a traditional career for women?
Hard question, but
Good
I
question.
wanted to think about it. But yeah, because the woman have this more I don't know if develop is the right word, but it's more common for the woman. I don't know how I can say cuidar.
To take care.
Yeah, to take care of other people, you know, like the husband, the parents, the children. So it's more common to the woman.
To take care. All right, all right. What about you, Renan? I forgot where you live. Tell me again.
Mogi das Cruzes,
Mogi das
São Paulo.
Cruzes. All right. So more women or men are doctors there?
I think I see more doctors, more men doctors, and but I think it's near the same. But I think there is a little more men
All
in
right.
this
And what about
career.
nurses?
Oh, surely there are more women.
And why do you think that happens?
I think it's more about tradition. It's more like centuries of woman taking care, and I think that's evolved to this profession. Is you need to take care of other people,
Yeah.
and I think it's that.
Okay. So let's change a little bit the perspective here. Swellen, do you think that men are not capable of taking care of people? Tell me.
Not. I don't believe that, but I think a woman is more reliable, I think, because guys, I don't want to
Go ahead,
enter
girl.
in this topic, but I will set it because I think it's complicated to let some people with men. You know, men do a lot of things, so we have to be careful. I think it's not all the men, but only the men, sempre homem, always the men. So I think it's difficult to
To trust.
let yeah, to trust in the man to take care of with kids or woman. So I think it's difficult, but I know have a man that is responsible and confiável, reliable,
Right? Yeah.
but it's difficult. I think it's because we have a lot of nurses, but women nurses, but yeah, In my case, I prefer go to the doctor with a woman
Yes.
because I feel more comfortable and more reliable. But yeah, I think it's the most of the doctor is men.
All right, all right. I'd like to hear from you, Eder. What about you, man? What do you think? Is more
Yeah.
men, more women?
Yeah, I think there are more doctors male, in more completely more nurses women. But I was watching in a TV series talking about the difference between men and women, and not in environment, but in enterprise. I think enterprise career in career. So I've uh, women and men start in the same position. So
Yes.
they can study, they can do this job, okay. But when women start with pregnant, so they decide to have kids and have a family. So men start to have a family, have kids, but the woman start pregnant. In this moment, it start the difference because women take 6 months off from job when men can be promoted, and this start the difference. So I think women think more about take care of the house. It's not a consequence, but it's a I think it's a social problem. There are some cultures that try to turn this difference, like giving parental license equal. So men and women has 6 months in a parental license. So
Yes.
I think it's equal because when men continue working and women take a parental license, men can grow and women don't. So I think because of we are creating a male in a male environment, I think it's common men get more get high positions
Yeah.
and women get less position. It's not about this question because I think there are these things like nurses take care better, nurse is more careful, and I think because of this. But I was remember uh, I I am remembering about the TV series I watched when explained about the difference. It's because woman has the woman has to take to to support family, and they don't can grow as men grow because they have to support more family. I think it's about this question.
Yes. All right. All right. What about you, Clever? I think I didn't ask you. So tell me.
I think they are the same proportion in Rio. The majority of nurses are women because of the culture of take care. And I think about this more in the other profession, like teacher, teacher,
Yes.
because I'm a teacher, and it's not common men. And in my life, in 15 years, the profession I lose jobs because I'm a man. So
Really?
yeah, okay, graduate, master's degree, but mm, it's- the job is better for a person more sensitive,
Mhm.
and I think it very much in this because some jobs is the gender is more important than skills and abilities. I don't know. So in this in this profession, that's important. Take care. Is a circle very closed for to in.
Correct.
I try very much, but it's closed.
It's hard. It's hard. Guys, I think we have time for one more question real quick. So I'm going to skip straight to question number maybe 11. Let's start with you again, Kleber. What do you think about women who make the first move in dating? It's number 11. Yes.
Me?
Yes, you, Kleber.
People think of men how backs down.
Could you repeat that?
I don't understand the question.
Okay, it's like in dating, and then the women, the female, take the initiative. What do you think that society thinks about it? Is it okay? Is it like weird? Tell me. Could you understand?
What will people think of men how backs down? Oh. Ah, is a loser. I
Okay.
don't know. I know. I think that I don't understand the question. Sorry.
Okay, maybe we can go to someone else and then we come back, all right?
Yeah.
So let's go with you, Fabiola. What do you think society thinks about a woman who makes the first move in dating, etc.?
What's the question?
Number 11.
Oh, I don't have a problem with this, but I think to I think nowadays is more normal.
All right.
But I don't know. I think the woman are more shy, maybe, and until nowadays, some women wait for the men's first move,
Yes.
make the first move. For me, complicated question. I
All
am
right.
single, so I am not a successful case.
Go ahead, Clever.
And I think uh, the people thinks the man who backs down uh, uh, fight is a loser. Because the the figure of the man
Oh, I got it.
goes to a fight. Oh, is like a tudo ou nada. It's lose a teeth or head or win. So when a man give up, the a loser, and so this that is to um, make me think uh, how much the man's inside the fights with that's not for uh, her no him.
All right.
If I don't know, I changed my. I'm so confused in my
Don't worry,
words.
don't worry.
Quantos homens entram numa luta que não é deles, ou que eles não querem, mas só porque tem que entrar, né? Então,
Right.
a good question, very, very strong question, I think.
All right. So, guys, unfortunately, we're getting to the end of this meeting. I hope you enjoyed, but if you didn't enjoy it, now it's your turn, because I sent here on our chat a link. It's a link for our survey. If you could, please share your true opinion about the meeting. How was the topic? How was the conversation? How was the questions? How was the host? Give suggestions for new topics, new questions, and etc. Please do it. And thank you so much for participating. So before we go, I'd like to ask, I don't know, Suellen, how was the conversation for you? How was the topic? Tell me, good.
Yeah, this topic was so good. I really like this topic. I think it's a huge talk for this topic, and I would like to talk more, but unfortunately, we don't have time.
Yes, unfortunately, we don't have time, guys, but I hope you enjoyed the conversation. If you want to have access to more conversations like this, you just need to go to talkandtalk.com.br, and then you can schedule more conversations, all right? So that's all for tonight. Please answer the feedback question, give your true opinion, and that's all, folks. Thank you so much for